How's everybody? This is the Erroneous One here with the new Kingdom Hearts Union Cross update video. I missed yesterday's update video because honestly I really wanted to wait until today when we got the new banner in place and any kind of updates we're going to get. So we're going to cover everything that happened yesterday and today. It's kind of interesting, it's my opinion, because it seems like pretty much every day this week, almost roughly thereabouts, we've had some kind of update. People were complaining about lack of content, and while it wasn't always entirely new content per se for the game itself, we were getting new things every day so far this week. And of course now we're getting content. Now we have the new high score challenge, the Aladdin and Magic Carpet high score challenge, and now we have the current upright medal challenge. So that's kind of cool. Nothing new in terms of other content aside from that, like no new story, no new proud mode. Speaking of proud mode, I really have to get back into that. I'm probably I think 50 or 60 quests behind from the max right now, so I really should go finish those. Mainly because there are a bunch of extra mirrors, and in particular, jewels waiting to be collected. I just have to get off my ass and go and do it. But let's start with what we got. So, here we go. Gym boards, we have some new gym boards. They're the same as usual. They're going to cost you 2,000 jewels. You're going to get some magic brooms, 3 of them per board. Magic mirrors, which I think is 8. Yeah, 8 per bird, per board. Words. Which is pretty nifty, and you also get the 5 gems of each color, magic, speed, and power. Now, one of the interesting things about this one is that they finally changed the skill from the Attack Boost 3 Max SP Gauge 1 skill into a Second Chance 3 skill, which is very, very useful. In particular, if you are a new player and you need some gems, like, I wouldn't get all 3 of them by any means, but if you're if you need a few more speed gems, magic gems, power gems, whatever, go buy a board because you can get the Second Chance 3 skill along with it, which will help you enormously if you don't already have a Second Chance skill. The main benefit to this one is that the Second Chance 3 skill gives you, I think it's like an 86%, I think it is, with that. It's like an 80+% chance of activating when it's at max level, which is obviously at this current time one of the best things in the game. Pretty much you have like a 3 in 4 chance or a 3.5 in 4 chance to actually have it go off when you need it to go off. So RNG is greatly reduced, which is awesome. So get those if you need them. Go for it if you need them. Myself, honestly enough, for the most part, normally I buy gems for everything that comes to us, but we are getting gems at a steady enough clip that I'm not actually going to purchase these ones. And in a lot of ways, I'm very glad I didn't, because we also got this. Holy crap, we got these as permanent banners. I know that people already talked about them, so I'm going to kind of skim through them real fast, but these banners are amazing. So for 1,500 jewels, you get a guaranteed copy medal, one of the backwards copy medals, which is very important because we have medals that copy the medal after it, and then medals that, like these ones, that copy a medal right before it. So they help you with your keyblade setups. You can mix and match as you need going forward. As a new player or a recent player who hasn't had a chance to really accrue too many buffers or attack medals, I'm pretty sure for a limited time you guys are going to be copying your buffer medals in order to get them get those max tier buffs. Afterwards, though, you can start focusing in and start copying some more attack medals going forward as well, too. So you're going to have variation as you progress in the game and how you use these. In particular, if you pull them, because you can pull as many times as you want from this banner, if you pull them, you can start making different keyblades for different setups, different medals for different setups as you go for traits. But the main thing for this banner is, even though it is only 1,500 jewels, and you are guaranteed a 0.2 Kyrie and a Second Chance skill, which again, if you're going to get a Second Chance skill, you might as well go buy one of the gym boards, because Second Chance 3 will help you out so much more than Second Chance 1, just in terms of dealing with RNG. Don't chase the traits getting these things, because you can waste a lot of jewels really quickly going to this banner, because it's at being like, it's only 1,500 jewels, that's not so bad, and you keep on doing it, and eventually you're like, oh, I am out of jewels, and that is a problem. So don't do that. I mean, pull from every now and then. That's a good way to go for that one, at least until you get one of each of them, and then later on, as you start getting more of them, as you're able to pull every now and then from it, maybe like once or twice a week from it again, you can start getting traits of them and just go from there. This banner is permanent. It's not going to go away anytime soon. So we're going to have it for a while, so you have time to, really ease your way into this one and pull as needed when you need to get a few things, or if you need to try and get like a trait or two on there. But the main thing on this one to say is, as always, do not chase traits. That waylays madness. Don't do it. The biggest one, though, in my personal opinion, aside from these ones, well, honestly enough, they're both big. I can't really say bigger than not. On the plus side, you also have a chance of getting these boosted, so that's always a cool thing, too. They kind of boosted this one, too. And there they are. The top drawer deal. Ooh, this is an interesting one. You get 4 medals for 1,000 jewels, with a possibility of getting Kairi EX or Shion EX in there as well, plus the new Kingdom Hearts 2 nominee, HD nominee, 0.2 Kairi, and 0.2 Kairi. So these are all really, really good buffers and utility medals, in particular the copy medals. These copy medals are the ones that copy the one after it, so they also have their place. The KH2 nominee is a tier 7, so it's a 200% one, which is very, very good for being an upright one. Kairi and Shion, I'm sure you know introduction, so those are the ones you really want to get a hold of. And it's cool that it's here. Again, this is a permanent deal, so this gives you more chances to get these things. So I doubt we're going to see any more banners for these ones after the current Kairi EX banner. Now, that being said, we do have the Kairi EX banner. She is guaranteed within 15 turns, but you run the risk of not pulling her before those 15 turns, and then pretty much spending the 3,700 jewels needed, because it is a falling price deal, in order to pull her. This one you can pull again. I wouldn't recommend pulling from this banner more than maybe like 2 times a week, 2 or 3 times a week. I think is a good estimate for the most part. I wouldn't do that every week. So maybe like one week you do 2 pulls. Maybe the next week you do 1 pull on it. Maybe the next week following that you do like 2 or 3. Of course, you suit the game to your needs. But if you're already getting these things, then you're going to be okay for the most part. For people like myself who already have these medals, it's a chance to get traits on them up to a point. So in particular, the only one I'm really looking forward to for the most part is that Kairi EX. I have plenty actually of Shion EXs. I got lots of Shion EXs when I was doing some pulls from a previous banner for her, where both she and Axel EX were available. So I'm going to get plenty of traits on that one, which I'm fine with. And if I pull another one, that's another trait option again too as well. Mainly, I also want to try and get traits on Kairi EX. I want to try mainly to get that double cast, maybe like raid damage for my raid one, so on and so forth. So the options now are here to just attempt those. So it'd be kind of cool to have buffer medals that suit your needs going forward for different situations. You can change up your keyblades, and you become infinitely more versatile in your setup options, which is, I think, for me, is always great. It's why I enjoy. But there you go. Both these banners are amazing. Honestly enough, at this point in time, these banners, I think, are better than what they have out in JP as permanent banners right now, just the way it's laid out. We, of course, don't have the VIP coin thing yet, and honestly enough, with us having these banners now, I'm not so annoyed about that VIP thing anymore, for the most part. I mean, this is overall, I think, a better deal up to a point than the VIP coin system, but to each their own. I'm sure other people have other viewpoints on that as well, too. But one of the reasons why I'm also saying that the banners are getting better for us is because now we have this new one. So they finally, this is the heart of this one for me, but anyway, they finally started releasing the TVA medals, the Terra, Ventus, and Aqua medals. They're here now. They're being released apparently one at a time as of right now. Eventually I'm sure we'll get a banner that has all 3 of them in it. Wouldn't surprise me. But this isn't, I mean, okay, so let's get some context here. People, it's kind of a role reversal of what happened last time. People were annoyed when the foreteller medals came out, because the foreteller medals came out and there was 5 banners all at one time with a 20 mercy pull to get one of them. And JP got them one at a time. Okay. The saving grace, in my estimation, for the global release of the foreteller medals was that you had the chance to get the all foretellers were available in all the banners. The only thing was, if you picked one banner, you could get that one particular foreteller for sure by the 20th pull. That was the mercy for that one at that point in time. Okay, 20 pull mercy. It's like, but you had the chance, and I think they were also flying. Were they flying price deals? I don't think they were flying price deals. I can't remember if they were or not. But you had the chance to get all 5 of them in a single banner, and that was amazing. And a lot of us, pretty much everybody, thought that we were going to get the same format for the TVA medals, or the TAV medals, as they're also commonly called. We thought we would see all 3 released at once. We thought that they'd be like a 15 to 20 mercy pull for one of them. But if you pull for one of them, as you wanted, in particular like Ventus, Aqua, Terra, whichever one you wanted, you had the chance to get the other 2 in that same banner as well. That is not the case, sadly. Up to a point. When this was first released on Twitter, a bunch of us were upset and were expressing that discontent on the Twitter. I'm sure you guys saw a bunch of us. I'm sure you guys saw, you guys might have seen my comment on there as well too about how annoyed I was at that fact. I still am kind of annoyed, but I am alleviated somewhat by the fact that they've done a little different thing. They've instigated one portion of the JP format in that each time you pull from this banner, you're guaranteed one of these 5 medals. Granted, they're all power medals, which goes in line with Terra. He's the power one. I'm sure we'll see the same thing with Aqua and with Ventus being speed and magic. But you're guaranteed one of these 5 medals in it as well, which is just like the JP version banners, because in JP, you get the featured medal, and then there's a small pool of medals you're also able to get from the pools as well. That's the way it works in JP, which is cool enough. Awesome. It's neat that we have these ones in here now and they're guaranteed. Plus, we also have the other medals throughout the entirety of the pool to also potentially land in our laps with these pulls. So that's a very good thing. And this, honestly enough, in my opinion, makes these pulls better for global than they are in JP. Just in the format, you're guaranteed one of those 5 medals. You get the chance of getting the EX medal in there, and plus, on top of that, you have the entirety of the medal pool is also opened up. So you could get, several other medals for Tier 4, Tier 5, Tier 6, Tier 7s that are not listed. Better chances overall for something to come out there. I do like that feature. That's not too bad. The only downside is, of course, with the bigger medal pool, the chance of Terra EX dropping are, of course, not so much. I think his rates are actually below 1% overall. So, but that's typical for EX medals. But he does have a Mercy of 15, which is better than 20, but still quite a bit. But on the plus side of the Mercy being 15, this is a falling price deal. So, in reality, you're only doing 10 pulls. It's a total of 30,600 joules, which, again, is a total of pretty much a little bit over the pull limit for 10 pulls. It's 600 joules over that, which is, manageable. So, that's not, that's a plus of this. It's not really 15 pulls, it's actually 10 pulls in terms of overall price. The cool thing too, we're also starting to get our medals pretty strengthened to 5 attack dots, which I'm like, thank you. That's awesome that we're getting that now too. I love that fact. You of course have a chance to get boosted. We are getting magic mirrors in these as well too, so that's pretty cool. We've been getting magic mirrors and brooms now in our main featured banners, which is awesome. Again, instead of like VIP coins, and with the advent of those permanent banner deals, again, I'm okay with us not having a VIP coin feature right now. I think overall we're getting more out of the banners and everything in terms of that one. Now, it would be nice to get some extra stuff in there. I think you get like Huey doing Louis medals, not jewels, but of course magic brooms, magic mirrors. I think avatar parts. There's certain avatar parts that are available too, but I'm pretty sure those avatar parts we're probably just going to get in avatar boards going forward, which that wouldn't surprise me at all. So these are here too. So it gets down to what the medal does now. We've gone and talked about all that already. Yeah, you receive at least one of the following medals, which will come pre-strengthened to 1, 2, or 3 dots. So they're also going to come pre-dotted too. That's nifty. Okay, so what do these medals do? This is kind of like a new buffer. Well, not kind of. This is a new buffer mechanic being introduced to the game. This medal deals 4 hits for 1 turn. The special attack bonus of this medal and every other medal you have in your setup. Not this medal, but every single other medal in your setup as well gets increased by 30%. Let that sink in for a minute there, guys. It increases the guilt of all your medals by 30%. This essentially makes this medal a tier 8 medal, and makes every other medal 1 tier higher, basically, than what it was. Or a little higher, honestly. For instance, if you have a tier 6 medal, which is the max guilt of 108%, you're now going to have a guilt percent of 210%, which is actually more than a tier 7 medal. Go figure. So it's going to be amazing overall. Now, these medals do more damage against single targets. So, for instance, including raid boss parts, so don't forget that too as well. So they're going to go from a 12.06 max multiplier to a 16.86 max multiplier based off of group of enemies or single enemies, which again is awesome. All 3 are going to be available for each raid type. There's going to be speed, magic, and power, which is Terra right here. These guys are going to change a lot. These guys are meta changing. This is one of those medals that you actually need to invest in. Or, let me rephrase that. I'm sorry, not this one in particular. What I'm going to do, bear with me, I calculated out earlier today. As soon as I saw this tweet last night, I started doing math. And I have just enough, guys. Just enough to where if I need to, I can mercy all 3 medals. And I'm going to. I'm going to mercy all 3 of them at minimum. I'm hoping I'm not going to have to mercy them, but I am prepared to do so. As prepared as I can possibly be. But that's what I'm probably going to do. Very much more likely. The only one I'm willing to skip will probably be Terra, but he's here. I do love his art is amazing. I love his artwork on this one. But I'm going to go for all 3 of them because they are meta-changing medals. My recognition for the majority of players who do not have the capacity with which to pull all 3 of them, maybe you can pull 2, maybe you only pull 1. Pull the ones that will suit your needs best. That's going to be the key in this case. Whichever one is going to help you the most for your setup. So you need to figure out what blade you have, what attributes you have that impact you the most, and on top of that, where the medal can sit to do you the most good. Because obviously you want these medals earlier in your Keyblade setups in order so the other medals at the end can benefit from that guild percent increase. That's the main goal. So that being said, you have options going here. So one of the biggest fallacies as of right now in terms of a upright setup with the fairy stars, let's do this real quick actually. Well, the upright setup is right here. You have Sora, you have Sora right here, and you have Daedric right here. They are keyed to those spots. They get their max multipliers when they're on, in this guy's case, the 5th slot, and it's in particular the 5th slot. It's not the highest up, it is in slot 5. He needs to be there. Daedric is the same thing. He gets his max multiplier 4.60 in slot 3. They are specific. Some of the other ones prior to this one would tell you, okay, the higher or earlier in the Keyblade, the more the multiplier got. Okay, you can match a little easier. These are not like that. There is no variation. In particular, also with Leon. Leon does his max multiplier in the pet slot. If it's more damage, in slot 6, which is the pet slot. These guys give you a different option in terms of Fairy Stars. Because Fairy Stars now is one of the most common and sought after Keyblades to get leveled up and utilized at the moment. It's still at 38, right? Yeah, still 38 max. The problem lies in this spot right here. That's reverse power slot. It's a very powerful slot. It's 3.0 multiplier slot. Very, very good. But the downside to this one is that when HC Shion copies Final Form Sora, it's not the max multiplier. As opposed to being that juicy 4.60 multiplier, it's that feeble 2.91. I say feeble at the point, but it is a large, large damage reduction. For instance, when I'm running Coliseum and I have Shion go off, she's only dealing about 200,000 damage a hit, as opposed to Sora, who is still dealing like 48,000 damage per hit. That is a huge difference, guys, in terms of damage being dealt. And that happens because Shion is copying that Sora. She tries to copy, including his restrictions. But in this case, not being on slot 5 gives her that lower multiplier. And that kind of sucks. Now there's a way around it up to a point. Now you can actually move out Final Form Sora if you needed to, and you can put the Ventus right there. The multiplier won't be quite as high as that Sora's is, unfortunately. Let's go back to... I don't know why I'm going down. It's right here. It won't be quite as high as the multiplier for them, I think, because the Sora's is like, I think like a 17 something, I want to say it is, and this one only gets 16.86, but that's only against a single target. It's actually a little less against groups, obviously 12.06, but you're going to be dealing more consistent damage across the board going forward, which is really, really good. In particular, also, if you get the Aqua, you can put her in slot 3 instead of Riku, which for me wouldn't be so bad because my Riku has 2 raid traits and a strength plus 1,000, so even an Aqua without traits on her, with that 30% guilt increase, is going to deal a lot more damage overall than that Riku right there at the moment for me. But she'll also up the guilt of the medals after her too, so they can also benefit from that one. So you have other options to utilize going forward to switch in and out and change it up a little bit to make Fairy Stars even more effective. But the main thing is you don't have to use Fairy Stars. It's whatever blade you have right now that is your best blade, that is your strongest blade, that you're going to be using the most, that suits you the most, that makes you progress in the game as further as possible as you can right now. That's just the way it is right now. And that's fine. Like I said, pick one medal. Don't go for all 3 if you can't do so. Don't feel the pressure to go for all 3 if you can't do so. If you can do if you can guarantee yourself one of them, and maybe like do 2 or 3 pulls on each of the other 2 banners, that's okay too. You have your shot. Hopefully you get it. But if you don't, it won't be that bad because you have the one you need for your setups. That's the most important part there. So keep that in mind, please. Don't break yourself trying to do this. On the other side too as well, which I found interesting, is the dates. This is going on from today, the 16th of February, to March 6th. That's, what, 2.5? Wait, what is that? Hang on. Yeah, about 2.5 weeks, guys. 2.5 weeks. This one will be available. Now, what I'm thinking is that every week we're going to get the next one coming in. So I'm willing to bet that after, like, by this time, so next Thursday, we're probably going to get a tweet saying, hey, here it's Ventus and Aqua, or Aqua, and then we have that will be Ventus. I don't think we're going to have to wait 2.5 weeks for the next one to come out. It's possible, but I don't foresee that happening. I just don't think that's going to happen. But I could be wrong, but I'm betting a week spacing, or maybe a week and a half at the most, since there is 2.5 weeks, roughly. You know, we get 2 days. I don't know, but I don't foresee it being more than 2 weeks before we get the next banner or the next one of these coming out. That's just the way of it. Which, again, okay. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much going to be it for these ones. The other updates were basic. I mean, we get the bonus jewels. The only good thing about this one is the special, we get the guilt campaign back, which gives you a higher chance to get a higher guilt trait, a guilt roll when you first do it. And of course, we got the extra jewels in there too as well, which, I mean, I guess if you're going to buy jewels, it's a nice bonus for you, but it's not really an overall value very much, unfortunately. I really wish they would actually increase it a bit more for spending money on the game like that, but, you know, that is what it is. So there's that one, and now, of course, we have the Upright Metal Challenge, which, of course, since we had the Upright Booster this month, I think everybody saw it coming. Since last month, we had the Reverse Booster coming in there, and then we had the Reverse Metal Challenge, utilizing the Proud Mode Keyblades. We had to use the Dark Gnaw, Missing Ache, and Diamond Dust. I'm pretty sure in this one, it's going to be the Upright Proud Mode Keyblade, so I imagine we're going to see Fenrir, Sleeping Lion, and Counterpoint. That'd be my best bet, probably. I'm sure eventually we'll all see those, what are they, the critical, I think they're called the critical quests as well, where the enemy will absorb a particular attribute as opposed to being damaged by it, or as opposed to you not being able to choose that metal. So, for instance, if you use like a reverse metal against a certain enemy, it will actually absorb all the damage from the reverse metal. And, you know, that's it. It does heal itself up. So, I guess I'm hoping we get those soon. But these ones are going to give you, it's a series of 3 challenges. I don't know. I'm guessing, if it's 3, I'm guessing speed, power, and magic. Which should make sense. I'm betting this B right here is the magic one, the Gummy Hound should be the power one, and the Guard Armor would probably be the speed one by default. So that's what I'm betting it's going to be. Yeah, you can get Magic Broom, a Magic Mirror, and more from the rewards. So I'm betting there's 1 broom and 1 mirror per quest, probably. Like Proud Mode, special rules of which Keyblades and or metals you can use will be in effect. As this is an Upright Metal Challenge, only Upright Metals will be allowed. Each of the permanent Keyblades are available through Proud Mode. Yeah, so I guess this is a way of telling you to go to Proud Mode. So there it is. Where it's going to be Counterpoint, Fenrir, and Sleeping Lion. Okay. Well, there you guys go. This is the updates right here. I hope the points I made for the other ones are really good, or help you guys out for making a choice. As it stands right now, I have not pulled from any of the permanent banners yet, so we'll do that. As for those of you who have sat through me talking that long about my thoughts on the current banners and everything, we're going to pull from the top drawer deal. So, let's go. Hopefully I'll get a card. Don't know. But the prize, a reward for both you and me. Hopefully more for you guys. That's what we get. Okay, Uprights, which is, okay. Carry X. Okay, Nominate Neku. I'm okay with that. That's cool. I don't mind that at all. They don't come or, which is, again, it's fine. It's many for trait rerolls, but this is pretty cool. These aren't bad. I mean, I imagine Mirror. For 1,000 jewels, guys, that is a hell of a deal. That is a hell of a deal for a Magic Mirror. There we go. So we're going to end it here, guys. After this one ends, I am going to be doing my pull video. I have the 30,000 jewels there to pull, at least until Mercy, for that Terra. So we'll be doing that pull very soon, right, pretty much after this one. And after that one, I did manage to get a 55 million rank on the High School Challenge. I told you guys I would do that. Yeah, 55 million right there. I am currently ranked 49th, which is fine with me. And I'll show you guys how I did that. My thoughts on that I'm going forward to as well. So we're doing that. And eventually I'll get around to doing that. I will also do the upper middle challenge. And eventually I'm going to do the weekly gym quest. So before I forget that. I almost forgot last time. I barely beat last week's one by like 15 minutes to spare. I totally forgot about it all week long because of school stuff. But okay, so like I said, we're going to end it here. I'll be back to you guys pretty soon with a pull video. So you guys looking forward to. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. There we go. See you guys.